Howdy friends, welcome back to QuaranTune's day number 32. Hope you enjoyed the Johnson Spectacular yesterday. Today we got something completely fresh and new, and by that I mean it's like 50 years old. Yes, Rolling Stones, Wild Horses, one of my favorite fucking songs of all time. And we will get into that in just a little bit. But to tie in that theme a little bit of them being British, I wanted to kind of talk to you about one of my latest obsessions that I've been doing during this time of pandemic, and that is watching a fuckload of like British television and game shows. Yes, I have become obsessed with these things, and they're all of them, a whole bunch of them are on YouTube, and it's amazing. YouTube is amazing, isn't it? I feel like Uncle Bren, Gavin and Stacey, the YouTube. We'll talk about Gavin and Stacey too. British game shows have become my favorite thing to watch these days. This goes way back too to like when I was in college. We somehow stumbled upon the Crystal Maze, and I don't know if all of you have seen it. My British people, y'all know that shit real well, but the rest of you people don't even know what you're missing. It's amazing. Hosted by Richard O'Brien of Rocky Horror Picture Show, Riff Raff. He's the original host, whatever. And all those old shows, I mean, you know, you're an adult, you get to wear these amazing jumpsuit sweater things, and you get to go through these weird environments and do these bizarre games, and everyone's yelling at you, and it just seems like the most fun. Oh, and you get, you know, a fucking, like, you have to get to go into one of those great, like, roller rink birthday party things where, like, they fly the money at you and you try to grab it, except it's, like, silver. It's amazing. I'm not doing it any justice, but 100% look up Crystal Maze. If you're in for a good time, you are in for a good time if you watch the Crystal Maze. I mean, let me tell you, my favorite fucking moment on the Crystal Maze, and I just can't get over it. It's like, there's this big room of like sand, like it's a sandbox room, and you have to go in and you have a metal detector and you have to find like all the keys to the lock to like get out of the room, something like that. It's been a long time since I've watched it, but I'll never forget it because this lady goes in there and her teammates are watching outside, you know, everybody's watching outside, and she picks up the metal detector, and I don't know if it's like the pressure of the situation or if it's like she's just a total fucking idiot, but she just starts like digging with the fucking metal detector like it's a shovel. Everyone is yelling at her, "What are you doing? It's a metal detector, use it." And she's like, I don't know, pardon me folks, British folks, I'm about to do a terrible accent, and she's like, "But if I keep digging, it's a shovel, if I keep digging it out." And I'm just like, and everybody's just like, "What are you doing? What are you digging? What are you doing? It's a fucking metal detector." She has no idea what she's doing. And it's amazing. Crystal Maze is amazing. We got our whole family hooked on it. And my sister-in-law, for Christmas, bought us all Crystal Maze crystals. I mean, they're not actually Crystal Maze. They don't say, you know, I won the Crystal Maze or whatever the hell that shit is. But, I mean, look at this fucking gorgeous piece of like cubic zirconia. Isn't it amazing? This is the shit you supposedly win on Crystal Maze. You know, if you win, you know, as well as like a horseback riding or like a Formula One race car day or something. It's just terrible prizes. It's amazing. It's like, as an American child watching Nickelodeon back in the 90s, you know, we had, you know, fucking Guts and like Legends of the Hidden Temple. That was my shit. Crystal Maze is exactly like that, except it's for adults, and it's amazing. Watch it. And then other things recently, been getting into a lot of the Big Fat Quiz. The Big Fat Quiz, hilarious. That Jimmy Carr and his fucking laugh, that, what the fuck is that? Okay, does anybody else know Jimmy Carr's awful laugh? And I'm sorry to all of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, but you need to go fucking watch this shit because it's hilarious. And yeah, like that just leads you to like 8 out of 10 Cats, and then 8 out of 10 Cats does Countdown, which I love. Sean Locke is great. John Richardson. I mean, this is hilarious shit. Oh, of course, the incomparable Susie Dent, right? Rachel Riley on Countdown. Oh, I don't even know. Like, so many great British comedians. The best part about these shows. Oh, but before I go, no, the best part about these shows is that they're so mean to each other. They're so fucking mean. They just roast everybody. Like, they'll make fun of everyone. They'll just say the nastiest shit to everyone. And they're just laughing, laughing. It's so refreshing watching it because, like, we're thinking it at home. And they just, like, boom, you're toast. They just say the most insulting shit. It's amazing. We could never get away with that here in America because everybody's feelings would get hurt. Or something. I don't know. The British, you British guys, you just don't give a shit. And honestly, I applaud you for it because, wow. Amazing. But my favorite, my absolute favorite one, Taskmaster. I fucking don't know if I've ever laughed harder at a show. Fucking Taskmaster with, Greg Davies and little Alex Horn, right? Oh my god, the shit they make those people do on that show is so fucking funny, and I'm just dying laughing at the ridiculousness of those tasks, and it's just amazing. So, if you're bored and you're tired of watching Netflix or, whatever else you're doing, go on YouTube and look up these great British game shows. Crystal Maze, Taskmaster, 8 out of 10 Cats, Big Fat Quiz Show. I mean, look them up. They're great. Excellent. You'll recognize a lot of the, panelists or, people. You're going to love it. I guarantee it. And, yeah, it's really great. I love that shit, I love it. Keeps me happy, keeps me smiling in these difficult times, And we need a laugh. We need a laugh. So definitely go check that shit out because it's amazing. I don't really know what else to talk about there. I'm sorry I took up so much of your time talking about British television. But also, I guess regular British television is pretty good too. Really big fan of Gavin and Stacey. And I thank my beautiful, invisible sidekick, Madeline, for introducing me to Gavin and Stacey because that's a great one. I am an Uncle Bryn stan for life. That man is an inspiration to us all. I mean, that's how I want to live my life, with his very positive attitude. Amazing. I love that fucking show. I fucking love that show. Y'all Brits are doing it right over there, okay? Well, in terms of entertainment. I don't know about the rest of it, but whatever. Anyway, let's get to the other stuff. So, Rolling Stones, they're British. Woo! Let's go back in that. The Rolling Stones have long been a favorite band of mine since I got into music, and I think I love everything about the Rolling Stones. I love the attitude. I love the kind of, bad boys as opposed to the Beatles' good boys. I love everything about the Rolling Stones. The logo, which they've bastardized here by putting American flag on it. This was done on a tour. The last American tour, I went to see them. And you know what? They still fucking got it, too. I've seen them in concert twice. They were my first concert back in, 2006 when they came through the States. And that was not a great concert. But, it was my first. So I was like, this is great. And then I saw them in 2015, the summer of 2015, and this last tour they did of America, and damn, that was a great fucking show. And I wanted closer seats, because the first time we were sitting in the nosebleed, so I was like, I'm going to pay out the butt and get closer, better seats. But it was like a stadium tour, so there's these big football stadiums, and we were kind of sitting at the side where the stage was, and it was so high up. which is fine, but it was closer. And, the problem was they misjudged the ticket situation online and whatnot when you buy the thing. And so basically what you're barely seeing anything because you're right there at the edge where the stage is like right, the edge of the stage is like right here and our seats are basically right here. So you can't really see shit. And apparently the wonderful people at the stadium saw that and were like, we're going to comp y'all. And some people came around and they were like, you guys want to... You have two choices. You can stay in this seat, you'll be fine. Or we can give you these tickets and you can go down to the floor. And I brought my dad with me because we both like the Stones. And my dad and I looked at each other and were like, we'll take those fucking seats. And oh my fucking God, dude. We got right on the fucking floor, like so close to the fucking stage. You could see the wrinkles on Mick Jagger's face. You could see Keith Richards just literally dying right in front of you. It was the best fucking show. Amazing. And I love them to death. And God, they're getting so old. And God, they're going to die. And I'm going to be so sad. Because I just love the Stones so much, guys. And my favorite album, which I happen to have, another... As we did yesterday, we did a record store find for, we talked about Elton John, right? We had the record. And Wild Horses is on one of my favorite records of all time. And in my opinion, the greatest Rolling Stones album of all time. And that would be Sticky Fingers. Haha, classic Sticky Fingers album cut right here. Look at this beaut. And the best part about this one, this is an original, by the way. This is an original copy of this album. See that nice butt on the back. This was found at a, believe it or not, a thrift store. And this thing should have run, I don't know how much money it should have run, but certainly not for like the $2 it was paid. I paid for it. This should have been like at least 50, closer to $100, because it has the wonderful, you're gonna love the zipper, the actual zipper that they put on the record sleeve. Listen to that. Yes. The zipper. Can you believe it? This is the zipper Rolling Stones out. If I was to open this, you would see a man in his tidy whities, but we're not going to open it because I've never opened it because this is too precious to me. This is the most precious album I own because was so cheap and it's so fucking original. God, I can't get over the zipper. I love this so much. But yeah, Wild Horses is on this record. Sticky Fingers. Absolutely go look it up if you enjoy the Stones. It's the best. It's got Brown Sugar on it, Bitch, Sway, Moonlight Mile, Dead Flowers. The list goes on and on. This is a great fucking album. And we are going to play Wild Horses from it on this bad boy, this ukulele. Wild Horses, one of my favorite fucking songs of all time. Recorded in 1969 at the great Muscle Shoals studio in Alabama. Very famous. But not released till 1971 on this record. Actually released earlier by Graham Parsons and the Flying Burrito Brothers in 1969, I believe. They did the first cover and they got the first release, interestingly enough. And they have it's a nice version, but I mean, you can't beat the Stones. Sorry, Graham. Rest in peace for you. But yeah, this song, actually, to go off in even more of a tangent here, Madeline will be so thrilled. But actually, this is a cute story. So my wife and I, when we got married, you have the traditional first dance, right? Whatever. We both love this song. Melanie and I both love this song. And so we thought, oh, this would be a great song to dance to at first. And I don't know if any of you know this, but this song is, on the recording, is 5 minutes and 44 seconds. Or thereabouts. And that is a long ass time when you're literally, the only two people standing on a dance floor, moving back and forth very slowly as this song plays, and everyone's looking at you, and it's so fucking awkward. And you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. So that was a mistake. Looking back, we should not have chosen this song as our first dance song. But you know what? You live and learn. It's the Stones, whatever. So let's give it a play, yeah? Here we go. Childhood living is easy to do. The things you wanted, I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hand. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses drag me away. I watched you suffer, a dull ache and pain. Now you decided to show me the same. No sweeping exits, oh, off stage lines can make me feel bitter, treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. I know I've dreamed you a sin and a lie. I have my freedom, but I don't have much time. Faith has been broken, tears must be cried. Let's do some living after we die. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Rolling Stones, Wild Horses, 1971. My favorite. I love it so much. Thank you all for tuning in today to QuaranTunes. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you go watch some British game shows and listen to some Stones because they're fucking awesome. Greatest rock and roll band of the world, am I right? That's what they say. So, yeah, stay gold and keep the fire, y'all. I'll see ya tomorrow for whatever we do on Sunday, you know? Who knows? So, till then, love you guys.